Hey, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you, war, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next is one of the league's best, Jalen Ramsey. He's putting together an incredible season, now in double digits with 10 picks. It's the Eagles and the Texans on Thursday night primetime.
It's the National Football League presented by... The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On second down, it's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Hill on the return. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air to Michelle on the screen. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing is Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 22 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. But 1st down, Hurts. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Michel is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Houston set to take over. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. He sets to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And they will run it with Michel. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
From the 6.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to run it in. Michel, and he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Sony Michel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on 1st down is Allen.
And that one caught downfield by Boyd.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And quickly, they get to the line. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Catch is made by Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Olamide Zaccheaus, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the air, Allen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Allen. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was Justin Houston who got him down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Yardage here, going down back at the 28. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design is.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incomplete.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The sack by Robert Quinn.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding.
In trouble, and he's taken down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play action with Hurts. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
They'll run for it with Michel and make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Here's Allen. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And again, it's Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And some room to roam now. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Hurts will throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Allen. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he goes out right around the 39. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen that's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
It's so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Eagles,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Houston, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.